Hello everyone and welcome back to another IronCAD tutorial video. Today we'll be going through another Too Tall Toby practice model dated 11/05, the wooden curtain bracket. So looking at this model, is actually a very simple model with a series of cut cylinders using the blend tool, and even actually using this really cool tool which you can use a sweep to create this feature, this geometry here. So we'll go and get started with the part. So we'll drag in an extrude block and we'll adjust to the proper dimensions. This being 200 millimeters, this being a total of 80 millimeters, and the total depth or width being 35 millimeters. What we'll do now is we'll go in and we'll add a riv feature to create this back section. We'll use the tri-ball and we'll spin this around 180 degrees. We'll also unlock the tri-ball and move this to be in the middle here, and we'll bring this back to connect to this middle section as well. We'll adjust this to be to this 35. We'll bring this down as well to be 35. This section here to be 35 as well. This will create that 45-degree angle here. What we'll do now is we'll go in, add the tri-ball, we'll unlock it, and we'll bring it down from this point and we'll bring it up 40. That'll give us the midpoint, which will come down here, right click, and we'll mirror link, which will give us this geometry here. So now what we'll do is we'll come back in and we'll go in and we'll add the blend to this section here. So we'll add the blend. This is a total radius of 30. We'll remove this section here to be 30. All right, and then we'll come here and add this to be 30 as well. Click OK. This will give us that geometry. What we can now do is we can come to the front section here, and we can add the blend here, which is 80 to give that radius. Click OK. We can then come to this front face as well, and we can add these two cuts here. So we can add extrude cut starting here. We know that from the top it's flush, and the total height from this extrude is 16. The total width of this extrude here is also 25. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make sure that this goes all the way through. All right. And what we'll also do now is make sure that this extrude cut here is also the proper length. So starting from the middle here, this has a total distance from this point to this point of 75. So what we can now do is we can now add the cut cylinder here. We can adjust it, the cut cylinder, to be a radius of 25 as well. We can make sure that it's flush. Okay, good. And we know that from the top of this section to the this section to the top, this point is 26. So that means we need to also adjust this section here as well to bring it down. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This one is 16. This one is to be 16. This section here. So to create this section here, from this point here to this point down is 26. We'll adjust this one also to be 40. And we'll have this come all the way through. Okay. Next, what we'll do is we'll come and add the cut cylinder as well, making this have a diameter of 40, leaving this section here to have the total point, just like this, to have the total point from this distance to be 140. There we are. Okay, so we now have these sections here. Last thing we'll need to do before we go and add the holes at the top and the bottom is we need to create this sweep down the middle. So to create this sweep feature, we can actually click until we get to the surface edge here. We'll hit Tab to fully select this edge. Right click on the edge, extract 3D curve. Take the 3D curve, use the tri-ball, and we'll adjust this to be in the midpoint there. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll go in and we'll add a 2D sketch here. 2D sketch here. We'll have this to be Normal to curve at point. We'll adjust this arc percentage. The origin point will be here. Come in. See what we can do here. Okay. Geometry. Select the geometry here. Okay. Click OK. Allow this come to this point. What we'll do is we'll go in and we'll project this face. We'll make sure to add a center radius or a center radius here. Let's do it from this point, which we know the center radius would be 22. So we'll change this radius to be 11, so it'll be 22. Okay. We'll bring this part down to halfway. So we'll make sure that this is matching. Hit trim. Okay. Trim this as well. Okay. We'll actually, for this edge, bring this out a little bit more. Or we'll remove this tangent here. Bring this out a little bit more. All right. Then we'll click OK. And what we'll do now is we'll go into the feature, click sweep, click on this part here. We'll remove material. We'll have this be the section that we use, and this be the guide curve here, which will then go in and create this section here. Okay, so we'll click OK, which will then give us this selection. We can right click, we can hide. Okay. Next thing we'll do is we'll go into the back and we'll adjust the holes that are here in the back as well. And so what we can do is we can actually go into the starter catalog, IC Mech tools, and we can adjust a hole here. These are counter bore holes. So what we can do is we can select the counter bore, and what we'll do is we'll actually flip it. So the diameter on the inside would be 16 in this case. The outer diameter would be 10, and the depth of this for the outer diameter or for the inside diameter would be 8. Adjust like so. This will be through, so we'll click OK. And what we'll do is we'll come back here, open the tri-ball, and we'll adjust the total diameters or dimensions for this part here. So we know that for this section, this needs to be aligned with the very middle. So from this point here, we know that it's 35 divided by 2. And we know from the top section here, from this point here, the total height would be 20. Okay, good. Now what we can do is we can come back to this face and we can also adjust by right clicking and bringing this down to the bottom, linking it, and have a total distance of 105. From the bottom, come here to check. There we go. This has the bottom dimension. Lastly, what we'll do is we'll click, go into the properties. We'll adjust this to be 570, and 239 is our total mass. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.